there is no right way to make a video. There is no correct way or proper way to make a video because each and every person is different. And when it comes to the process of creating a video, it is you being creative. It is effectively art. So to tell someone how something is supposed to be would basically strip them away from their own creativity. At the end of the day, the videos that you make is your work, and you should be proud and happy with your work. And however you decide your work should be is how it should be, regardless of what other people think or say. And the reason why I'm recording this video is because one of my viewers left a comment and basically said that the reason why they haven't been posting is because they struggle with rambling. So in other words, they can have an idea for a video and they struggle with extending the video because usually they'll have an idea, and then with this idea, they'll get straight to the point, and it'll end up being such a short video that they wouldn't have anything else to do or say to fill in the time to extend the video, right? And so I explained to them that each and every person is different. Each and every person has their own unique style for creating videos. That there's some content creators that need to have an entire full script written, and for them reading off the entire script each and every time in order for them to create content. And for some content creators, that works for them because they enjoy writing and they also want to make sure that each and every video they mention everything that they want to say in the video, right? If you have it all written out, then your ideas are clearly formed and you won't miss anything, right? That works for some people. Whereas other people, when they're constructing their video, they just might have a few main bullet points of the things that they want to address. And from there on, they'll, fill in the rest as they're speaking and going through the video. As for myself, right, I only have one idea, and that one idea is typically just the title of the video. And with the title of the video, I'm able to fill out the rest of it naturally, right? This is why pretty much my videos feel like a genuine, authentic conversation, because I'm going off of the idea as a template, right? The title of the video, and then I'm filling in with the information as I go, right? So each and every content creator is going to be different. For me, my version of just having the title as the one main idea and then going off on a ramble, if you will, right? That is what works for me, and that is what allowed me to be successful and to be building this channel the way I've been building it and the way that I'm happy with, the end result. Pretty much with all the videos that come out, I'm happy with how things are. But that's because that's what works for me. And so if you're watching this video thinking that there needs to be a proper way, a correct way to make videos, that is absolutely incorrect and it's false, right? If you're someone like that viewer that you just cut straight to the chase, right? You don't fill it with any fluff. You have an idea and then you share it, and that's that, right? You can still find success, because I've seen plenty of YouTube channels that the content creators may only have videos that might be a minute long or 2 minutes long, and they can find tremendous success on this channel, on their channel, because there are plenty of viewers who probably have a limited attention span, or viewers who, if they want to hear a very powerful or valuable message, they don't want to have to sit down and comb through 20 minutes of content. They want to receive their answer, receive their value right away. And if that is your style, if you're someone that is concise when you're explaining your ideas and you just get straight to the point, you can still find a tremendous amount of success doing that. So what I told that viewer, and if you're watching this video as well, right, to just, if that's your style, then allow that to be your style. What's most important is for you to just get started, because as you get started, you'll be going through the process, you'll be learning, you'll be growing, you'll be improving. And maybe sometimes the viewer might struggle with rambling or extending their ideas, probably because they're nervous speaking in front of a camera, or probably because they haven't gone through the process before. You develop confidence the more you do something over and over, because you have reps under your belt. It's almost like it's literally like you training, right? It's like if you're an athlete and you're training for your sport. The fact that you have done something hundreds of times, thousands of times, right? You're comfortable that the next time you do it, everything's going to work out, right? Like if you shoot a basketball, right, and you've made it 1,000 times or 1,000,000 times, you're gonna be confident the next time you shoot it is gonna go in because you've done it so many times. The same thing with creating content. When you start off, most people are not gonna care who you are, and most people are not gonna care about your content because they just don't know who you are. But as you continue posting, as you continue showing up over and over and over and creating content, you'll be more comfortable, and then you'll have the opportunity to experiment, to switch things up, to, if people give you constructive criticism or feedback, you can consider implementing that. But at the end of the day, creating videos, it's you creating. That is a creative process. That is basically you making art, and it should be the way you want it to be. It doesn't have to be how you're told it should be. It doesn't have to be the proper or correct way, right? It's just however you want the video to be should be how you allow it to be. And it's interesting because I didn't necessarily think that that was like a strength or superpower, being able to ramble, as they say, right? Because there are a lot of videos that find success because they are concise, because they cut straight to the chase and give you the information that you need. And that there are some channels that, I guess you can include myself, that we basically go on a rant for a little while, right? But to receive that comment, it made me realize that something that I didn't think was necessarily just a strength, that other people see it as a superpower or a strength because it's not something that they're comfortable doing or able to do. So I guess the twofold message that I want to share with this video too is that, like, what you might not think so much as could be a strength could in fact be a strength for you, right? Because some things that you could do, other people might not be able to do, right? So many people, if for me in this channel, is normal to have a 10, 15, 20-minute video. For some people, they struggle with creating even anything longer than a 2-minute video, right? So look at everything that you have in your life and your capabilities. Look at it all as positives. Because I used to think to some degree that I would probably have to shrink my videos, but then I realized that that's not the case, because there's plenty of other content creators who create videos that are significantly longer than 10, 15 minutes that I have here on my channel, and they still find massive amount of success, right? So it's like so many times we try to like crack the code, right? That we try to uncover the secret sauce of like what's the correct way to do a video, what's the correct amount of time to have each and every video, and there's no real answer. It's like you just want to put out content and you just want to make your work meaningful, and you want it to make it valuable to whoever's watching, because then the people who are watching are going to be appreciative of your content and they're going to support you, right? The people who are meant to be in your community, in your tribe, those people are going to appear because they already exist in this planet. They just haven't heard of you yet. So they're going to make their way to you, and you will be found at some point. You just have to make sure you stick around long enough and you continue providing enough value long enough for those people to essentially reveal themselves to you. So just remember, once again, that there's no right way to make a video. It's not that each video has to be 5 minutes long, 10 minutes long, 20 minutes long, an hour, right? There's no correct way. It's whatever you are comfortable with and whatever makes you happy, right? There's no correct process, none of that, right? Some people's videos are successful because they are concise, because their videos are short and get to the point. And other people's videos are successful because their videos are longer. And so they're able to have a genuine, authentic conversation, which is what I'm doing with you guys here now. And it just makes me happy to know that people appreciate that, because what was once a concern of mine, thinking that, people probably won't care if, people probably won't watch it. The video are 10, 15 minutes long, right? I used to think that way until I realized that there are people that are watching the video to the end and are finding a tremendous amount of value and appreciate that I was diving into each and every detail along the way, so that everything made sense and that everything was crystal clear. So I want you to view it the same way for yourself. View it that people appreciate you and appreciate your work and appreciate what you do, and just have your work be how you want it to be. You'll probably think that people won't be interested in watching your video until you create that video and then you realize that people are tuned in and they want more and they can't get enough because they are a fan of you and they are a fan of your work. So just be proud of your work. As long as it puts a smile on your face when you make it as a finished product and you upload it, then everything's gonna be fine. And even in your early stages, even if it doesn't fully put a smile on your face, still post on your channel anyways, because that is still your growth. That is still you getting practice. Once again, the early stages, most people are probably not gonna care about your content or care about you because they don't know who you are and they haven't heard of you, right? But then over time, you are going to get better and improve. So have that be your process to just create. Have that be your focus. Whatever the end product ends up being, post it. Have your focus be going through the process and creating, because that's what's most important. That is how you're able to build your channel and eventually grow. And this is with anything and everything in life, right? If you are too afraid to ever get started, right, then you're never gonna get started. So you're never gonna make progress. So you're never gonna get to where it is that you're going. So just worry less about all the external variables. Worry less about all the insecurities you might have, of all the things that you think people might say or they might make fun of, or doesn't matter, right? It truly doesn't matter. Just create something that you'll be proud of, and however it ends up being is how it ends up being how the finished product is. And you can obviously always experiment. You can always try new things, right? That's the beauty of starting at zero and starting at a small channel, right? You can always start and try different things to figure out what works for you. Because if something doesn't work out for you, cool, you can change it and it won't really matter because no one's looking and no one's paying attention. And then when you find the sweet spot of what works for you, then you're comfortable with that. And then you can find, the dedication, the consistency, and then, you eventually continue growing your channel as long as you continue posting and being active here on the platform. So that wraps up the video. Enjoy the video. Do leave a like and subscribe as you're on the road to a million subscriber, guys. So once again, it's Show Out and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.